I told you people that there are some strategy that when President Paul Biya used them in Cameroon, the devil himself is baffled. The devil himself is wondering where he saw that kind of evil idea from. I told you people that President Paul Biya has corrupted corruption. I told you also that President Paul Biya have moved around Cameroon, selected the most wicked set of Cameroonians from each family and formed his government with. People who can kill their own biological children in order to remain in power or in order to embezzle money. I told you people that if somebody explained Cameroon to you and then you openly say you understood the explanation, then the person did not do it correctly or you are a thief. Now I'm going to give to you some strategy that President Paul Biya has been using to remain in power. One of it is very popular. He is a dictator. He is using dictatorship to remain in power. President Paul Biya is a dictator who has used violence, the military, and other terrible means to remain in power as president. When President Paul Biya took over office in 1982, he knew that he would remain there. And the only way to remain in power is not to be the best president, but is to be the devil. He understood far away that the world will be run or will be governed by the devil. And he just embraced that. And when Amadou Ahidjo started touching him in 1984, he discovered that he is surrounded by the devils. And he started his strategy that very day, creating poor people. And his mission from that day was to create many poor people in Cameroon, millions of poor people in Cameroon, frustrated citizens in Cameroon. And he has created millions of them. And today in Cameroon, out of the 30 million Cameroonians, at least 15 to 16 millions are frustrated poor Cameroonians that President Paul Biya is using to remain in power. He is recruiting these poor, frustrated Cameroonians as police officers, gendarmes, and the military to use them in order to oppress the common people whenever they will stand against him. The second strategy President Paul Biya put into place in order to remain in power is the strategy of blackmailing. This is one of the best strategies of President Paul Biya. He is blackmailing all top government officials in Cameroon. He is blackmailing all top businessmen in Cameroon. He is blackmailing all top militaries men in Cameroon. This is one of the best strategies. When President Paul Biya appoints you to any position, because he is in charge of all positions, National Assembly, Senate, the judiciary, he is the one appointing everybody. The election Cameroon, that is Elecam, he is the one appointing everybody. And when he appoints you to any position, he will expose money before you, the taxpayer money before you, and allow you to embezzle as you wish. Immediately you will touch the money. President Paul Biya will now use the money against you. And that is why many people, it is very difficult, and you have never heard that somebody resigned from the government of President Paul Biya. Not just one person. We are hearing rumors that Maurice Kanto once resigned. But when you Google and search detailedly, there was no resignation. He was being sent away. When we heard that one foreign minister, a former minister who died recently, I've forgotten the name, resigned. People are holding that was the only person who resigned from the government. I'm still searching to understand. Nobody. Anybody, when you try by, even in the Romans, try to stand against President Paul Biya, he will just say that you embezzled this particular money. And when they will search critically, they will discover that you have eaten some money. And that is the blackmailing President Paul Biya is using. Blackmailing is one of the strategies used by President Paul Biya to gain the support of politicians, top government officials, and military officials, businessmen, and elite, and even the traditional rulers. It was difficult to break through the traditional rulers in Cameroon. And then President Paul Biya just suddenly say, okay, You people, I will put you on salaries. And all of them are now on salaries. And all of them are loyal to President Paul Biya because of the little they are taking in the name of salary. Coup d'etat is another strategy President Paul Biya is using. Since 1982, Paul Biya has successfully carried out several coups d'etats against the people of Cameroon, mostly constitutional coups d'etat to remain in power. He is changing constitution every minute in Cameroon, and nobody can talk and say anything about it. In 2008 was one of the deadliest coup d'etat that took place in Cameroon. President Paul Biya extended his term of office, unlimited term of office, that he is the natural president. And Cameroonians are singing every blessed year that there is election, our natural president. And he is a natural president. People died because of this coup d'etat in. Because there is no way. The National Assembly is 85 CPDM, the party of President Paul Biya. The Senate is 95% CPDM, the party of President Paul Biya. How can you remove him? There is no vote. The president or the chairman and the president of Election Cameroon are all appointed by President Paul Biya without consulting any political parties. How are they going to be loyal to anybody in Cameroon except President Paul Biya? If you are not loyal to him, he will dismiss you. And that is what he has been doing. Changing during any election, he changed and put somebody who is loyal and maintain those who have been loyal to him there. And he is the one fixing the date for election suitable to him. He knows when Cameroonians are hungry. He knows the dates Cameroonians will long for food. And he will come and give them things I did and bread, and they will vote for him. He knows when Cameroonians cannot stand up because of hunger, and that is when election will take place. Misuse of power is one of them. Bribery is one of them. Embezzlement is one of them. Those things that he is using to remain in power. And we are seeing it. So blackmailing is the main strategy that President Paul Biya is using. So if all these people who are entangled within the circle of President Paul Biya, a trap, in that trap that President Paul Biya set, and they are there. Whether you are retired, you cannot stand against him. Because if you stand against him, what you took when you were there, he will take it up against you. And there is nobody who can stand against President Paul Biya. This is terrible. And this is the cry of all Cameroonians. Who will help us? Nature will help us. God will help us one day. And all these evil men and women in Cameroon will disappear without anybody having an explanation to that. This is our prayer. And we'll keep on praying until God will answer us.